Hello and welcome. It's almost noon Pacific time. I'm Ray Fraunhofer, Managing Director of PPC Group LLC, and also the author of the new book, Risk Assessment Framework, Successfully Navigating Uncertainty. We're here today to introduce the new book, have a book launch, and have a little education and fun. And we'll just wait for a few minutes to see if people are joining us. So if you're watching the video right now, I would invite you to use the comment area to introduce yourself. Let me know that you're here. Hello again and welcome. It looks like someone just joined. If you could just say hi in the comment area. Hey, welcome, Peter, and thank you. Appreciate it, and congratulations on your book as well. I would welcome you to leave a comment about your new book launch that's coming up soon. This will be preserved as a recording and the comments as well for viewing in the future. So thanks again. So looks like we have hey, Bernard, welcome. Looks like we have a couple people joined, so we're going to get started. I was expecting a few more, but sometimes I know it takes a little bit of time for people to find the live feed. But nonetheless, let's get underway. So first of all, I wanted to let everybody know again that this is for the launch of the new book, Risk Assessment Framework, Successfully Navigating Uncertainty. It's now available on Amazon. And right now, anybody who's watching this video and who's working during this time and orders the book for $1, just send me your receipt with your postal address, and I will send you a physical copy of the book. We are also, during this time, making available the Kindle edition of Accidental Project Manager, available for $1 purchase as well. And if you look at the links with this broadcast and in PPC Group LLC's newsfeed, you'll see how you can easily order additional Kindle and paperback copies. We certainly appreciate it. The first thing I want to do is call out the fact that there were over 20 contributors to the book. These folks made suggestions for topics to include. They also read the book, read portions of the book, read the whole book. Some of them provided a lot of feedback, which helped me to edit and prepare the book better. And these 20 experts came from 9 different countries, believe it or not. So really appreciate all of them. And I'm not going to read all the names online, but I hope you'll get a copy of the book. And that if you look in the very beginning, under the acknowledgments, you can see the list of all the people who've worked on making this book a success. Also, just wanted to welcome Tony Appleby, who just joined. Tony, thanks for joining us today. Please introduce yourself in the comment box to the group. So, wanted to do a few things to give away some copies of the book, and it's going to take me just a moment to find. It looks like Facebook lost the control, so we'll do this a different way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a trivia question in the comments, and let me see if I can get to it from here. There we go. Okay. So first trivia question. This is to give away a print edition of the new book. And this will be live, and the 5th commenter who answers the question correctly after the video is posted will have an opportunity to get the Kindle edition free for the new book. So the first question is, if a risk has a catastrophic, I'm sorry, reading the wrong one. Yes, it is the right one. If a risk has a catastrophic negative impact, the best word that describes the strategy for handling it would be acceptance, escalation, adoption, or avoidance. So we'll give away that book based on the comments as they get collected over time as this video is viewed. So I did want to talk about the fact that this is not the first edition of this book. I actually first published it in 2014, and the book has been used for some of my classes. Some of my colleagues are using it in their teaching as well. And there are several new things that I've done to make this one so much better than the previous version. First of all, the previous edition was in 2 volumes, and now they're both combined in this book, in one book. And the material has been expanded by about 50%. So there's a lot of new material in here. There were updates and edits throughout, of course. And I decided to make an emphasis on the positive impacts of risks. Risks, as we know, can have positive impacts. And I wanted to make sure that that was emphasized in order to in order to help people who are avoiding risk management, right, to adopt it. Because I've found in my own work at times that the things that we find with positive impacts can actually help pay for parts of the project. It's worthwhile. So it's not all just negative things. And with that, what I'm going to do is do the second trivia question. And that is that risks with positive impacts are referred to as benefits, options, opportunities, or benign. So I'll leave a brief pause here so that those online and those that might view this later have an opportunity to answer. Okay. So I did want to also mention that, uh, like all of my books, there are tools and templates that accompany it. Some of them are completed. Some of them will be completed over the coming months. Details for accessing them are in the book. And if you've already gotten my other books, you'll know how to find them. There's also, for this book, there's instructor material. So there will be some lectures, some sample problems for students to work through, a number of things that I'm going to include for instructors specifically. And so the details for that also in the new book. So if you're teaching a risk management course and would like to use, evaluate this as a textbook, please do take a look at the instructor material as well. The history is somewhat interesting because my work in risk management was actually shaped by my very early career. I worked for a number of failing projects, one after the other, and it seemed obvious to me that they should have been more successful. But it wasn't until 2002, when I was working as a methodologist in a project management office for a global software company, that the idea that a risk assessment and having proper risk management could actually help the delivery of our projects. So at that time, we created what we called the risk assessment framework, and it was used to create a service that our project managers would sell to customers that had projects with over $50 million in value. And it was very slim at the time, not a lot to it. We just started building it, and it was quite successful, actually. Several of our larger projects used it, and so we got good feedback. Was planning on continuing to develop it, but like some of my former employers, this particular company didn't fare too well, and so I ended up working elsewhere and owning the material that I had created with them. So by 2003, I had actually integrated this material into my classes. At 2003, I started a project cost and risk management class at UC San Diego Extension, and that's one that I've been actually doing for about 17 years now. It's about 16 years, and have used that successfully and built on it over the years. My students use it, I get feedback, they take it back to their workplaces, I get some more feedback. Some of them have asked me to customize some of the templates for them, which I'm happy to do. And then, those are all the types of things that started this off and got me working further in the research of risk management. So by 2006, my physical classes at UC San Diego were going to come to an end, and they encouraged me to put it online. And so I actually put all this material online as well. And then as I further developed it by 2014, I decided to memorialize the work that had been done in the original risk assessment framework. And that work received annual updates. So although the publication date is on Amazon, that's the original one. Every year I uploaded a new manuscript, and that was based again on student feedback, feedback from consulting engagements, feedback from other people who had used the book. In 2018, I did not do an annual update, but rather took the time to collect more feedback, reviewed what was left out of the first edition, developed a new outline, and started the planning for the second edition. On October 26th of 2019, actually uploaded the copy of the book. That's the official Amazon publication date now. My limited edition of it, the actual final manuscript, was uploaded on November 7th. And my future plan is that on January 1, 2020, I will begin work on an update of any errata that's found, any feedback that I get. There are a few things that I've discovered that need to be fixed. And so all the books sold between now and January 1, 2020 will be considered a limited edition. And on January 1, 2020, I will start work on an update, which I would hope to publish no later than February of 2020. And by February 1 of 2020, all the instructor material and all the tools and templates should be completed and online and ready for use. The old editions, old tools and templates, still there, but there are going to be some revisions, and some of those have already started, and we're slowly uploading them as they get completed. So with that, let me reveal a third question. And this one is going to be for print and Kindle editions of both the Risk Assessment Framework and the Accidental Project Manager. And the question is, Hiroshi Mikitani built a company from many separate business units. Some say it's about 40 business units. And he used the concept of frameworks to build the company and get it going very quickly. And so I have 4 choices. What is the name of the company, right? Was it Toshiba, Rakuten, Hyundai, or Hitachi? So we'll let everyone have a few moments to answer that. And then again, we'll look at the comments after the video has been posted. So at this point, I just wanted to open it up for questions and see if any of you participating had any questions or other comments you wanted to share about the book. About the book. Okay, well, given that there are no other comments or questions, I would invite anybody viewing this video to post comments and questions later. I'll be happy to answer them or get you an answer if I can. And with that, let me just release the last question. And that is, in what month and year was the first edition of Risk Assessment Framework published? So those of you who know Amazon may know how to find this out. The choices are May 2014, May 2013, April 2014, and November 2019. So with that, I want to thank everybody for attending and watching this video. I hope you enjoy the book. I always welcome feedback and comments. Again, I want to thank the 20 experts in 9 countries that helped make this book a reality, and hope that you'll take an opportunity to read the book. Thank you for your time today. Certainly appreciated. And this is Ray signing off.